They were only married for a few days. The trail was narrow. The wind was strong. Kevin stopped at the cliff edge to take one last photo. Linda was standing right behind him. Moments later, Kevin Turner was dead. There were no witnesses, no signs of a struggle. Just one woman, one phone call, and a fall everyone called an accident. But accidents don't leave this many questions. Linda Hartley believed in second chances. Not for redemption, but for refinement. She learned that lesson the hard way during the 6 years she spent behind the concrete walls of the Ohio Correctional Facility for Women. Officially, she was sentenced to 8 years for fraud and embezzlement. Good behavior earned her parole. Cold calculation earned her survival. Linda never raised her voice. She never made threats. She never needed to. She watched, listened, adapted. Every gesture was measured, every smile rehearsed, every apology crafted with surgical precision. By the time she walked out of prison, she wasn't reformed. She was refined. She shed her past like an old skin and stepped into freedom with a single, unwavering truth. Linda Hartley would stop at nothing to get what she wanted. She crafted a dating app profile with precision, soft lighting, gentle smiles, a bio that suggested vulnerability without weakness. She wasn't looking for love. She was looking for opportunity. Swipe right. A match or a victim. Kevin's profile radiated sincerity. Weekend hikes, family dinners, a belief in finding the one. He was exactly the type who wanted to save someone, to be needed. He had loved too deeply before. At 19, he married his high school girlfriend. Too young, too hopeful. The marriage dissolved in 2016, leaving him cautious but lonely. Life had steadied since then. Kevin worked as a foreman at a car construction company, a job he took pride in. He was respected by his team, reliable, practical, the kind of man who showed up early and stayed late. His mother, Diane, always said, "Kevin's got hands that fix things and a heart that forgives too easily." His mother and sister Emily were his anchors. Emily nudged him toward dating apps. Kevin always resisted until one quiet evening when he sighed deeply and finally gave in to his sister's persistent nagging. He didn't expect much. But upon matching with Linda, he found her warmth. Her attention, her gentle way of listening drew him in faster than he expected. As their connection deepened, Kevin spoke about wanting a family. 2 kids, maybe 3. Linda couldn't think of anything worse. But she didn't flinch. "I've always wanted at least 2 children," she said softly. Kevin's face lit up, and just like that, he fell deeper. After a few positive dates, Kevin took Linda to his mother's house for dinner. He was nervous. He didn't bring people home lightly. Diane opened the door before he could knock. "There they are! Come in. Dinner's almost ready." Inside, the house smelled of roast chicken and freshly roasted potatoes. Emily said excitedly, "Linda, I've heard so much about you." She teased Kevin about smiling at his phone and always talking about Linda. Linda played it perfectly. A shy smile and a gentle squeeze of Kevin's arm. By dessert, it felt like she had always been part of the family. Linda moved with purpose. Every smile, every moment of softness was part of a carefully constructed rhythm. The next day, Emily caught up with Kevin. She said, "You looked so happy last night, Kev. Really happy. I haven't seen you like that for years." Kevin smiled softly. "I think she might be the one." Nearly a year passed. Kevin planned the proposal with trembling excitement. Linda said yes with perfect timing, a soft gasp, a hand to her chest, a tear that looked real enough. Kevin called his mother immediately. She said yes. He glanced at his smartwatch. Heart rate 110 beats per minute. "Mom, my heart's ready to burst. I'm so excited. I'm so happy." Linda smiled, already calculating the next phase. Kevin had always been responsible to a fault. A week after the proposal, he updated his life insurance policy, something he'd meant to do for years. He told Linda about it over dinner, smiling shyly as he explained it was just to make sure you're looked after, no matter what. Linda held his hand, thanked him softly, and played the part of the touched fiancé. Later that night, when Kevin had fallen asleep on the sofa, she reread the policy details with a quiet, calculating focus. $500,000.